Okay, now we're going to look at expanding a binomial using Pascal's triangle. Okay. First, let's talk about Pascal's triangle. Pascal's triangle is a special triangle in math, and when you develop the triangle, you always start out with 1 on the first row and then 2 1s on the second row. And Pascal's triangle, if you go 1s down the diagonal and add the 2 numbers up above, so add 1 and 1 would be 2, and then 1s down the diagonal on the right side. Okay, 1 on this row, and then add the 2 numbers above. 1 and 1 would be 3. Or 1 and 2 would be 3. And then 2 and 1 would be 3. And then 1's down the diagonal. You see what I'm doing? 1 down the diagonal, add the 1 and 3 would be 4. And you try to keep these, should try to keep these, see the diagonals going down. Okay, and then add 3 and 3 would be 6. And then 3 and 1 would be 4. And then 1. Okay? Go another row. This would be 1. Add the 2 numbers above. 1 plus 4 would be 5. 4 plus 6 would be 10. 6 plus 4 would be 10. 5 plus 1 would be, or 4 plus 1 would be 5. And then 1's down the diagonal. Okay? Let's go one more row. This would be 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. Okay? And this is a special triangle in math and in science. There are books written about Pascal's triangle. I'll show you one in a minute. Okay? But those are also coefficients of the binomial expansion. Okay? I'm going to look at a pattern first, and then I'll show you how to expand a binomial. If you take a plus b to the 0 power, and we said anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay? If we take a plus b to the first power, okay, would just be a plus b. Okay? Look at the coefficients in front. Coefficient 1, 1. Okay? If you start looking, here's the first one. Coefficients. Here's the second row. Coefficients are 1, 1. If I say a plus b to the second power is a squared plus 2ab plus b, plus 2ab plus b squared. Coefficients 1, 2, 1. Okay, that's the third row. I want to get a few of these down before. So a plus b before I go on to the third. Now you would actually have to take a plus b times the a plus b squared, but we're going to go ahead and simplify it out. This would be a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. And here's your coefficients, 1, 3, 3, 1. That's the next row. Okay? So you can kind of see the pattern. A plus b to the fourth. If we expanded that all out and combined like terms, we would end up with a to the fourth plus 4a cubed b plus 6a squared b squared plus 4ab cubed plus b to the fourth. Okay, and your coefficients are 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, and that should be this row. Okay, last one that we're going to do, a plus b to the fifth. Okay, if we expanded it out, we would end up with a to the fifth plus 5 a to the fourth b plus 10 a to the third b squared plus 10 a squared b to the third plus 5ab to the fourth plus b to the fifth. Okay, and if you look at the coefficients, we'd end up with 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1, and that's this next row. Okay. Notice on this, if this is to the 0 power, what row is it? First row. If this is to the first power, coefficients are on the second row. If this is to the second power, the coefficients are on the third row. So you always have to go down one more row than that exponent. Okay, now how do you use Pascal's triangle to do the binomial expansion? Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay. Say they ask you to expand the quantity x plus 2y, and that quantity is to the third power using Pascal's triangle. Okay, so if we want to expand this, first thing you have to do is look at this exponent. Exponent is 3, so we need to go down to which row? Fourth row. So here's first row, second row, third row. Here's the row we want. Now, what I do is I take that and I take those coefficients. It was 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, here's what I do. Look up here for a minute. I do 1, leave a space, 3, leave a space, 3, 1. Leave a little bit of room in between there. Okay? With me so far? Okay, so then you take the first term, okay, and it's always x to the n power, x to the third, okay, and then it's the 2y to the 0 power plus. We already have this coefficient is actually that n times n minus 1. That's the part that's out front. Okay, now you look at the exponent here. We go descending order, so it'd be x to the second, then 2y, that quantity to the first, plus. Then it'd be 3x to the, what? X to the first and 2y to the second, plus, and then we have a 1 and x to the 0, and 2y to the third. Okay? Okay, when you expand this out, go one more line. This would be x to the third plus 6x squared y plus 12xy squared plus 8y to the third. Okay, and that's how you use Pascal's triangle to do a binomial expansion. Okay? They will have you practice both